Let's solve the integral of tangent cube of x dx. Now when dealing with either a tangent or cotangent, the order of exponent, whether it is even or odd, doesn't really matter in this case. So we can move on to the next step, which is to either factor out a tangent squared of x or a cotangent squared of x. In our case, we have a tangent cube of x, so let's factor out tangent squared of x and multiply that by remaining, which is tangent of x. Next step would be to transform tangent squared of x according to its identity, which would be equal to secant squared of x minus 1. So transforming that, and so distribute tangent of x on this parenthesis, now the next step would be to split this integral into two parts. So this would be the integral of secant squared x tangent of x dx minus the integral of tangent of x dx. So let us focus first on this tangent of x. Know that the integral of tangent of x, it is also equal to sine of x over cosine of x. Know that tangent is equal to sine over cosine dx. So let us take the integral of this. Let u here in this case be cosine of x. And so taking the derivative of cosine of x, it is equal to negative sine of x. So replacing this would be equal to the integral of sine of x over u, and multiply this by value of dx, which is equal to dx right here would be equal to du over negative sine of x. So this would be du over negative sine of x. You can see here that sine of x would cancel and you have a negative here. You can actually put the negative outside the integral. So you are left with negative integral of du over u. You can see here it is logarithmic. Note that the formula for this would be the integral of du over u would be equal to natural log of the absolute value of u plus c. So by that, this would be equal to negative natural log of absolute value of u plus c. So the final answer for the integral of tangent of x here, it would be equal to negative natural log of the absolute value of u here is cosine of x plus c. Note that there is a negative sign in this integral, so this should actually become positive. So this is the answer for this tangent of x. So let us move on to this first part, which is the integral of secant squared of x tangent of x. So in our case, let u here be tangent of x. And so taking the derivative of tangent of x, it would be equal to secant squared of x. Multiply it by dx. And so dx right here would be equal to du over secant squared of x. So in our case, this would be the integral of secant squared of x multiplied by u multiplied by dx, which is equal to du over secant squared of x. You can actually see here secant squared of x would cancel, and so you are left with the integral of u du. And so, let's take the integral of u, which is equal to u squared over 2. Replacing u back into its original form, it would be equal to tangent squared of x over 2. So this is the answer for this. And so by combining that, the final answer would be equal to, wait, let me just rewrite this. And so the final answer here would be equal to tangent squared of x over 2 plus this, just copy it, natural log of absolute value of cosine of x plus c.